The following story is told from the perspective of Latin American players.
In the vast and chaotic universe of Mir 4, every server was a chessboard where leaders and clans moved their pieces in search of supremacy. Every battle was a carefully planned move, and every betrayal an unexpected checkmate. What began as regional disputes soon became a global conflict, marked by ingenious strategies, fragile alliances, and bold maneuvers worthy of a grandmaster. In the beginning, the attention of many was focused on a war happening right here in Latin America. When a streamer named Marco Vello invited a Korean friend to join his server.
Hello, bro! Hello!
Why don't you guys come play with us? The amount you spend on the Korean server, on the global server, you could buy everything.
Little by little, more Koreans arrived to help him face the dominant group of that place. The movement started small, but names like Monkey, Jiho, Gami, Jupyu, Pink Boy, Eri, and Yumul brought a devastating force to the battlefield.
Nice!
The tactical superiority and brute strength of the Koreans led many players to join their cause. Facing this growing threat, Kyo, the leader of the dominant clan, adopted a different strategy. Instead of fighting the Koreans with brute force, he decided to focus on leveling up, believing this would give him a long-term advantage. The Koreans, on the other hand, strengthened their equipment and attributes, preparing for immediate battles. But soon this war surpassed the limits of a single server. The impact of the Korean presence was so great that leaders from several Latin American servers decided to form an alliance. The narrative used to unite the forces was simple but effective. If we don't unite now, more Koreans will come and dominate everything.
They called all the kings, the dominant leaders of the servers, and they told us, whoever wants to join us, go to room 1. Anyone who isn't with us will be blacklisted. So everyone started heading to the room. Everyone was scared.
In truth, no more Koreans would be coming. This narrative was created to gather support, using fear as motivation. Thus, the alliance that united almost all of Latin America was formed, named the SA Alliance. This war included around 40 dominant clans against the Korean team, while some clans known as the Resistance joined the Koreans. Companies began investing real money into characters and equipment to strengthen their armies. Among the resistance, the Hashiras stood out on the battlefield.
2 companies emerged, Cal Brazilian and Ratness Club. Both are NFT companies focused on Web3 games. Within Hashiras, only on characters, $750,000 was spent.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, Asia was also in flames. 2 titanic forces, Hall of Fame and Wilds, fought for control of the region. At the center of this conflict stood Panda, one of the most legendary warriors in the game. But returning to Latin America, an unexpected event would seal the Koreans' fate. The language barrier between Koreans and Brazilians led to hiring a translator to facilitate communication.
들어가자. 잡을 수 있어. 들어가. 잡았어, 들어가. 자, 들어가. 예스, 들어가. 야, 저거 되냐, 그대? 대복 돼?
바로 대복할게요.
예스, 오케이, 대복. 뻥. 나이스.
대복.
나이스!
헤드샷. 오케이.
However, no one expected that the translator might be selling strategic information to the enemies.
My friend was paying $150 per hour for a translator to translate what the Koreans were saying, and he handed over all of our strategies to the enemies. We urgently needed to sort things out with the Koreans. My friend Pandao said, "I'll pay," so we started discussing the negotiations. He handed over all of our strategies to the enemies. He gave everything away, everything.
Leaking war strategies is indeed relevant. But at that moment, it wasn't what would define who would win the war. There were other factors that influenced the end of that war. From the strategies used based on the information to the brute force that the SA alliance possessed.
One of the reasons Hashiras lost the war against the SA alliance was because of a bug. There was a bug in the shop that allowed enemies to buy unlimited resources, and these resources were extremely powerful. So Havoc, Rodrigo, and Riox exploited the bug and became insanely strong, and many others did the same. Because of that, the enemy characters became overwhelmingly powerful. On our side, we had Hash and João, each one spending $30,000 a month to stay strong, while the enemies were getting just as strong, or even stronger, spending way less. And that completely discouraged my members and the company that was investing in the Hashira's characters. Characters worth 100k, 150k were bought. The character I played on was bought for $103,000. I played on the character together with big drops.
Yet even with victory, Kyo, one of the pillars of the alliance, fell. His right-hand man, a Chinese player who managed his account while he slept, stole his equipment and items.
Dude, Sheena scammed us, man.
He stole your character. Is your character on 81 here, okay?
Is your character on 81? He stole the guild. He stole the guild.
Your character is on 81, man. He's on your character killing us.
Wait, what do you mean, man? Oh my god, man. The guy stole our castle and our guild, dude. Why?
Do you leave your character with a guy like that, Kill?
Man, don't you guys also sometimes just really feel like...
Leave your password with other people? Yeah, Zant has my password. He's worked for me for 3 years. I'll drive a van all the way to the northeast and beat him up if he does anything.
And the question that remained was, why was the player who robbed Kyo forgiven and accepted back into the SA alliance? Was this the moment when Kyo was leaving the game?
Kyo was the strongest player in the SA alliance, and they set him up the moment they realized he was the golden goose.
What do you mean?
The castle Kyo controlled generated more tax income than 5 Hashira's castles combined. Everyone wanted to take Kyo's territory. We were surrounded by snakes. No one knew who would betray who. We were always watching our surroundings.
After this victory, the SA alliance began to be represented by the guild shutdown. While all eyes were focused on Latin America and Asia, there was a guild carefully conquering territory without drawing attention. DTM. Their domination went unnoticed for a long time, and by the time everyone realized it, they controlled vast areas of North America and Europe. Feeling confident, they decided to expand their territories into Latin America and Asia simultaneously. And this confidence became their downfall. The invasions were unsuccessful. Many leaders who supported them defected, and to worsen things, Lee, one of the strongest lancers in the world, left the game. They say he was disillusioned by his clan's greed. In Asia, Panda simply disappeared, leaving Hall of Fame free to consolidate its dominance. Now, its leader Brother Long turned his attention entirely to DTM. The chess game that was isolated in the early days had become regional with the Koreans, and now, it had just become global. At this point, the world divided between those who stood with DTM and those who sided with Hall of Fame. The guilds that fought alongside the Koreans in the Latin American War joined DTM, while the guilds under the SA Alliance, now represented by Shutdown, joined Hall of Fame. At that time, neutrality was not an option. Those who chose to remain neutral were attacked by both sides. Even at a disadvantage, DTM remained at war for years, proving they were a worthy opponent. Gradually, DTM began to lose strength. Many warriors lost hope of defeating the great alliance of Hall of Fame and shut down, increasing even more their disadvantage in numbers and power. In a war of extreme importance where the Hall of Fame alliance had tripled the number of players on the battlefield, those who remained in DTM showed they would fight to the end.
There will be war on NA2 in 3 servers where all 3 are DTM attacks against 8 OFK defenses. There's no chance, but is it already over? No, it's not over yet. Man, I'm a dreamer. 4x4 is a loss. 4x4 means you go to get gold. Yeah, man. Dude, if a 2x2 gets through, man, that's crazy, you know. But now, more than ever, we need to stay strong to fight next week. There is a dream. The dream is real. The dream will come true. It's the miracle we make. All of Brazil is with you today. If there's ever a day for a miracle, there's no better day than today, right, Chaco? Beautiful, wonderful thing. They're heading to break down the gate. They're coming in strong. The crowd is coming, hitting hard over there. The damage is reduced, so they're just throwing punches. They're going to call in the backup. I want to see them tank it. They're the ones coming in with cowardice, with their sneaky tricks. They're the scared ones, already clashing head-on with Hop. The crowd is already pushing forward. They take the dragon. The dragon gets blown up. Almeida, the ETM crew is playing there, holding the front line, crushing Hop. Hop is already passing the rest there. The dragon comes back. The crowd pushes forward. Minas Nenete is playing really well. He goes out, comes back. It's awesome. Working hard, picking up dust. Looks like that Messi from Bahia. Feel the pressure. No one from the BTM team goes down. They're coming up from behind, sneaking up on one of the groups. They've already taken out another one from the Hop team. Oh my goodness. Showing off all their style, catching the crowd at the gate. The team comes in, wiping everyone out, obliterated. The team playing as a unit, playing beautifully, goes on the attack. Once again, they're picking off the stragglers from Hop. They're getting crushed. Those who are giving up on the PvP are being destroyed, obliterated. And DTM is steamrolling OP, running them over. This time around, my friend, I believe in this miracle. DTM playing amazingly, going all out. TTS up front, holding the line. Look at that wall, what a warrior, my God. The team is playing together and beautifully wiping out the Roshan family. Let's go, Jim. One of the highest DPS in the game. He's charging in together with the biggest warrior. They have the top one in several classes. They're going all in, DTM humiliating Satan, landing a slap right in the face. I believe, man.
It's gonna drop here, huh? It's gonna drop here, huh? Wait, did it drop here together? This is 51. And this is 74. Here now.
Amid countless events and relentless battles, great names in the game gradually left the battlefield. Jin, TTS, and even Hungry, who managed part of DTM. With her departure, the structure of the guild began to crumble. Sometime later, Geo, one of the greatest leaders in Mir4's history, also left the game. Is DTM over?
DTM, like, that doesn't exist anymore because there were a lot of betrayals from BR, all of it. A lot of really ugly things happened in there. Some of the things I know are pretty serious. Misappropriation of account remakes where the guys would give access and everything.
TT died in Mir4 and they started to get a bit fed up with Brazilians, you know, because Geo would buy accounts like 12, 15, 20 accounts and give them to me, to Kayada, to his team, just to help out in the war. And the guys would strip the accounts, take everything good out, and leave the account with basically nothing left.
Brother Long and his alliance were on the verge of achieving definitive victory. But whenever one enemy falls, another rises. A new name emerged, Amy. All that was known about him was that he was an old player returning to the game. And his method of warfare was simple: buy elite characters and hire people to play them. In little time, he formed an army capable of rivaling Hall of Fame and Shutdown.
Once again, history is being made in the world of Mir 4. Amy's team has captured the northern gates and is heading toward the final stage of the battle in Asia. Another war fought at a disadvantage, where the enemy will have 3 times more soldiers on the battlefield. I'm emotional, my adrenaline is through the roof. We always kept the spirit of never giving up, and in the end, we managed to reach the final stage. Amy's team now controls the northern side.
After a year and a few months, something unexpected began to happen. João announced his return. Other veterans like TTS also showed interest in returning. The world of Mir 4 was about to witness the most epic war in its history. But before this confrontation could happen, an event occurred that would change everything. Someone discovered a way to duplicate equipment. The game was taken over by cheaters and the competition became questionable. No one knew anymore whether the game was truly about strategy and legitimate power. Disheartened and disappointed by everything happening, AMY said only one thing: "I can't win this." In silence, he began removing his characters from the game. The first batch was 50 characters. After some time, there were already more than 80 inactive characters, all belonging to Amy. A leaked payroll revealed that he spent more than $30,000 per month to maintain his team of hired players.
Amy, he pays people to play on his accounts. The leaked payroll shows he spends $30,000 per month. He pays an average of $300 to $800 per player depending on their role in the game, because he has around 100 characters in the game. Now he took all the characters and transferred them to the same account. Now a single wallet controls all the accounts.
Without Amy, no one could stand against the Great Hall of Fame and Shutdown Alliance. The game that had become a vast chessboard was at a decisive moment to determine which side would emerge victorious. So, for more than a week, many speculations arose about the future of the game. The entire community and content creators awaited Amy's official response.
It's hard to know what's gonna happen, man.
There was the double ring. If the guy quits and doesn't sell the characters, then there's an imbalance in the game because those characters aren't available.
It's a kind of whale that if no one replaces, there's a gap, you know? How are you supposed to play against Hop? You can't, man.
Will the game come back? It won't, man. There's no way. Hop is way too strong.
We're all to blame, because it's really nice to see someone on your team using hacks and crushing the other guy. But when it's against your team, you condemn it.
It's all in the hands of bots and hackers now, and there's nothing you can do.
Man, the guy's not gonna sell, dude. By taking his characters out of the game, he's screwing up the game. He has a ton of characters, all insanely strong. Man, these are characters that made history.
That was We Made themselves burning the clip, man. Do you really think We Made would ruin their own integrity like that?
Hall of Fame and Shutdown won this war. After Amy left, many players quit the game. The characters shown on the screen were available for sale at the time of the video recording, with prices listed in Wemix, cryptocurrency, and in dollars so that you can get an idea of the entry cost to wage war in this game.
Gold para caixar a conta, comprar muitos itens e vários outros recursos, tem aqui reidoscoins.com.br.